What are the skimming and fraud risks in the ATM business? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Hey there, my name is Carey Buck, and I've been an independent ATM business owner since 2009, and I've been an ATM business mentor since 2011. That's where I help people just like you start your own ATM business. Why would you start an ATM business? Depends on you, right? Some people want to get out of their 9-to-5 jobs. Some people want to supplement retirement. Some people have not saved for retirement, and this is the start. Some people are used to, let's say they're real estate investors, and they're used to putting out a whole boatload of cash to make a decent return. And they'd rather put out a smaller amount of cash to make a decent return, right? Some people are finally just ready to put their money to work for them instead of always working for their money. So there's a bunch of reasons, right? Probably even a ton more than I'm not even thinking about. And now why should you let me help you start your ATM business? Well, that's easy. I'm going to save you time, money, and headaches. All right. If you would like me to help you start your own ATM business, or if you would like to learn more about the ATM business, go to atmtrainingvideo.com. Again, that's atmtrainingvideo.com. So I had a couple of people that asked, and I know I have you're probably seeing my videos from the past couple. I finally got a haircut, and we moved to the beach not too long ago, and it's tough trying to find somebody to cut your hair that you're happy with, right? This is probably the second person I've used. And yes, I'm in a different spot. I'm not in my office. I was yesterday, I was sitting down that end in the kitchen, but today I moved to this end to be closer to the plug, so I'm just all over the place. I just don't feel like being in my office right now. Anyways, so a couple people asked about, skimming and fraud and, our liability as ATM business owners and, how often that happens. Well, the first thing is us as independent ATM business owners, we're putting our ATMs in like mom and pop shops and stuff like that. I don't think it happens like skimmer devices get put on our machines as often as they might get put on bank machines or like gas stations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I'm sure it happens, of course, and fraud as far as, like people stealing cards and using them and what have you. I mean, here's the thing, guys. You can't stop criminals. Criminals are going to be criminals, right? You can only do the right thing. Always do the right thing. Always have integrity, but you can't stop a criminal. A criminal is going to be a criminal, whatever. You know what I mean? You protect yourself as an ATM business owner, and the way you do that, and this is why, guys, I tell you, if you are not familiar with the ATM business, you're new to the ATM business, do not buy used ATM machines off of eBay or Craigslist or some dude down the block or some store that's getting rid of theirs, right? You could be at risk for these types of situations we're talking about right now, okay? Because as long as you are ADA compliant, EMV compliant, basically EMV compliant, right? ADA compliancy, it has to do with something completely different. That's the American with Disabilities Act. But we're talking about skimming and fraud and all that. You better be EMV compliant, right? And if you don't know what EMV is, you should know what it is by now. That's like the little thing on her cards, right? I just took a card from my personal account there. The chip, right? That's the chip. It's EuroPay, MasterCard, Visa. That's what the EMV stands for. And it's supposed to be better protection, right? We've already got scammed or somebody stole our stuff from an EMV card. So I don't know that's better protection, But here's the thing. As long as your machines are EMV compliant, you're fine. You are fine. Does that mean somebody can't put a skimming device on your machine? No, of course they can put a skimming device on your machine. And of course they can get the info of everybody that uses your machine, right? But here's the thing. If your machine is EMV compliant, you're not going to be liable for their losses. You're still going to get investigated, right? I mean, the police, the detectives, they have to do their part, right? They have to make sure you weren't involved and, you weren't a part of this little scam. But after they do their due diligence and you weren't involved, If your machine is EMV compliant, you're going to be good. You're going to be fine. Okay? Then what will happen is, let's say I put my card in your machine, right? And it had a skimming device on it. And the criminal got my account and stole, I don't know, $5,000 or something, right? So what I would do then, I call the number on the back of my card, my bank, and say, hey, blah, 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 whatever happened. Well, my bank is going to take that hit, and they're going to reimburse me the $5,000, right? It's not you. However, if you are not EMV compliant, again, don't buy used machines. Don't buy machines when you don't know what you're doing, right? If you are not EMV compliant and that happens, guess who's liable for my losses and every other customer's loss that comes on your machine and gets scammed? You, right? You, right? So as long as you do things the right way, you're not going to be held liable for stuff, okay? You should always do a check when you go to your machine. Check the card reader to make sure something's not attached to it, right? Wiggle it around, because if it's a skimming device, it'll easily come off, So always, scope out your machine, take pictures of it, what it looks like, and, just do things the right way, guys, and you'll be fine. Don't forget to like this video, by the way, and click that little ATM machine right there. Subscribe to this channel. Once you click subscribe, you'll see a bell. Click all notifications from the bell, so every time I post a video, you get notified about it. But yeah, so I've been doing this since 2009, so 11 years, right? Going on 11 years. I've never had a situation where there was a skimming device or something fraudulent happen with one of my ATMs. It's never happened to me. Doesn't mean it's not going to, right? It's just never happened to me. And, again, all my machines are EMV compliant. So even if it did happen to me, yeah, it's going to be a pain in the butt that they got to investigate me and make sure I wasn't involved. But c'est la vie, right? You got to do what you got to do. You want to make sure, you're not going to be liable for something that you're not liable for. You know what I mean? But my machines are EMV. That's why there was a EMV deadline, right? All machines had to be made EMV compliant by a certain date. And I was telling my students, I'm like, look, you got to get on this. You got to get on this. You don't want to be the person that, waits too long and then something happens and now you're liable for all these losses for people, So as long as you do things the right way and you're compliant with everything, you should be fine in this business, okay? I don't think you have anything to worry about. If you got any questions, post them below, okay? You got any comments, post them below. If you would like to give me an idea for a next video, right? These videos come from you guys, right? Unless something pops into my head. But these videos come from you guys with your questions. Post that below if you have an idea for a new video. If you live in the Rehoboth Beach area or the lower Delaware area and you have a good place for me to get my hair cut, post that below too. Anyway, listen, if you'd like me to help you start an ATM business or if you want to learn a little bit more about the ATM business, go to atmtrainingvideo.com. Again, that's atmtrainingvideo.com. Enter your email there. On the next page, watch the video. It's about 28 minutes long, super informative, okay? If after you watch it, you're like, you know what, I'd like to do this, then fill out the application. Fill out the application, click submit. You'll schedule a call with someone from my team, and together you guys will figure out if one of my trainings is a fit for not. If it is, awesome, I'd love to help you. If it's not, that's okay too. I still wish you much, much success, okay? But, again, I'll save you time, money, and headaches if we're a fit, right? And again, I'm not a fit for everybody, and that's okay, all right? All right, listen, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon, and may you live happily off of passive income.